Okay, everybody, this is the moment you maybe have been waiting for. Finally, we have an all-new multimedia system in a Toyota vehicle. And I love this. I hope this is a sign of things to come. Please select your language. We are in English. We don't need to do this right now. We're not going to link it to a mobile app, so I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to hit yes. Navigation reimagined. Our navigation has been rebuilt from the ground up. Tap the button below to subscribe. I don't want to subscribe right now. I'm going to go down these screens here just to see if I can get into it another way. So here is our audio, and as you can see, this is absolutely gorgeous. I can tell that this is a big screen. The thing I love about this screen is that it doesn't get in the way at all, really, no matter how you have your seat adjusted. So it's like, you know, there's a lot of camera screens that stick up out of the dash, but the thing I love about this is that it looks like it's integrated in with your air vents here, and it's just kind of blended in as well as you can. You still have these corners here, but that's fine. It's not like it's sticking up out of the dash and it looks like it's in an odd place. There's no need for it to move. It's obviously a fixed screen. So this is a brilliant setup because it's totally integrated into the dash, and that is a great thing. You can see that the screen is also kind of like a paper white, and it looks super clean, and it's kind of underdone, which is a good thing. It's not like super showy. So we can go sources. There you go. That is brilliant. And I imagine when you go manage devices, it's going to ask you to hook up a phone. Yeah. So whenever you go to your device's Bluetooth settings, this is where you can pair it. We're not going to pair anything right now, but then if you had an Apple device or an Android device paired, since this now has wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, that's the first time that it has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto other than the Supra. That doesn't really count because Toyota, I think, has sold 12 of those. No, I'm just kidding. Then there's tunes, so you can search FM stations here, search AM stations here, search XM stations there, so you can tune to station. Brings up the beautiful display of the station itself, and then you can go there. So that's really nice. That's how you can search for things. I was wondering how that was going to work, because normally there is a tune button, there's a power button or a knob here. Normally there's a tune one here. When I got in, I only saw one, and I'm like, what's up? So that's how you're going to tune your stations, whether it's AM, FM, or satellite. Then I can go here and I can memorize that as a favorite, and that's going to put it at the top of that list. So that's going to be your stations. As far as your radio, you can combine FM, AM, and Sirius XM all on one page. That's really nice. Check this out. FM radio, you can go here and you can search all kinds of different FM stations. That is so cool. Look at that. So it used to, whenever you would want to memorize a station, you would press and hold, and for this one, I think all you do is press the heart and it's going to put it right here. There's your cover art right there. That is such a cool feature. I love that. And then you can go here, it's listing your favorites. You can go here and edit, and then you can add, you can delete your favorites that you have right here. I imagine you would probably be able to put in the neighborhood of 30 something favorites. Not 100% sure, but you can probably do that. And then it plays them in HD, and since HD has the bandwidth of HD has the ability to broadcast more than one station or more than one channel on one number here, on one band, you can go 94.1 HD1, 94.1 HD2. So it's whenever you select 94.1, if you go here, it will display all of the 94.1s available to you. Golly, that is such cool technology. And then there's AM, all AM stations there. Goodness gracious. And then you can go back to Sirius XM, and then of course this is going to be all kinds. That is so great. And you can see here, I just press the phone icon, and to connect a device, I can just press that and it goes to the search for Toyota Tundra in your device's Bluetooth settings. Not going to do that right now, how that is to work. here is a lot of trip information for the Tundra. So I can go current, and this down along the bottom is in 15-minute intervals. And this is going to be very, very limited data because all I've been doing is sitting here idling in the truck. It's going to be a lot different than that when you actually start to drive. So that's going to be all under trip information. I can go settings. If you own one of these, or if you just got a Tundra, you want to start in this section first, because this is how you're going to basically customize the Tundra in all of these different ways to operate exactly the way you want it to operate. Right now, I'm registered as a guest. I can hit that and I can register my profile. I can hit get started, and I'm going to link the Toyota mobile app. I don't want to do that right now, but this allows me to register the car or the truck and to add from the Toyota mobile app into the Toyota itself. I can enter the number, and on the next screen, receive a download link. I'm going to cancel that. Yes. Then I can go personal info. And so this, if I have gone through this first step, all of that stuff is going to be here under personal info. I can hit Bluetooth and devices. I'm going to go back, and then general. General, super easy, and I love how easy this is. You've been noticing that as I hit the screen that it's beeping, and now that is going to cut it off. See that? Screen sensitivity. And so, oh, that's neat. Higher value will allow a smoother operation with gloves. If I'm using this as a work truck, then, and I'm wearing work gloves, but I still need to make adjustments right here at some point, I want to put that on 3 because it's going to allow the screen to sense my gloved hands easier. And then date and time, set time manually, set time automatically. This allows the truck to automatically change the time based on the time zone I'm in. So if I cross time zones, it's going to sense it, and it's going to automatically update the clock for me. That's really nice. Wi-Fi, of course you have Wi-Fi in it. You can go sound and media. Automatic sound levelizer, that's going to adjust the speed based on ambient road noise. And so whenever I'm driving, if there's road noise coming into the cabin, then it's going to automatically adjust or bring the sound up a little bit to help compensate for the road noise. So this is how I can adjust the center of the balance and fade. And I can do it manually like that. God, that's so nice. And display cover art. You saw earlier when I was making adjustments and memorizing stations in the AM and FM and XM situation there, it had cover art. Well, there you go. Grace Note is the software that allows you to use cover art, or allows the cover art to be displayed whenever you are memorizing things. So that's really nice. Vehicle customize. So nice. Do this whenever you get one of these things. So headlights, auto on sensitivity is normal, and so if you want the sensitivity of the headlights to change whenever it turns the headlights on, whenever it's in automatic mode, we looked at that earlier, you can go bright or brighter. If it's on brighter, then the headlights will cut on automatically when the sun is still kind of out in the sky. Dark is as the sun is going down, or darker. Normal, it's just normal. Daytime running lights are on. Door control, automatically lock whenever the transmission shifts from park, or you can change that by speed, or you can cut that off. Kind of a safety thing. Automatically unlock when you shift it to park. I don't necessarily like that feature. That's just my personal opinion, because I don't want all of my doors to automatically unlock every time I shift the Tundra into park. I honestly want to leave that off. So whenever I shift my Tundra into park, I don't want anything to happen with the unlocking or the locking of my doors, so I cut that off. I'm going to go to park just because that's the factory default, and somebody else can change that, but that's what that means. The doors are automatically going to unlock when you shift it into park. Personal preference. Wireless electronic key. So what do you want to happen whenever you have the key fob, and whenever you press unlock twice? Do you want all the doors to unlock? Well, yeah, that's the setting that's going to happen right now. Lock when the door is open, unlock driver's door only, or when you are using smart access. So whenever you have this in your pocket and you touch the door handle, only the driver's door right now is going to unlock. All doors, that's what I would prefer, but factory default, we're going to leave it the way it is. Auto relock timer, if you press unlock twice and all the doors unlock on the Tundra, after 60 seconds, if it senses that there's no activity, it's going to automatically relock the doors. You can change that to 30 seconds, 120 seconds, or you can cut that off to where it doesn't auto relock at all. Boarding and exit seat slide. So this allows the seat to slide away from the steering wheel and the dash whenever you exit or whenever you open the door. And so I like that full because it gives you a lot more room to get back into the Tundra whenever you need to. Voice and search, wake word. Hey Toyota.
What do you want to do?
Nothing.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding.
So that's pretty cool. Whenever you get in and you say that phrase, what I just said, as you can see, it will automatically wake up the navigation system. And then you can use your Siri button or CarPlay or whatever. If your phone is hooked up, you can then use all kinds of voice prompts there. That's pretty cool. And so it does everything that you need it to do without having silly stuff to get in the way that you don't actually need to do, or it combines different functions into one setting. I absolutely love that. I'm going to hit subscribe and see what happens. I would actually love to take a look at that navigation screen. Service activation required. Go to settings. Okay, so yeah, you got to do this. I would love to see one of these that that actually has the full functionality working, but you know, we're not able to do that right now because I don't want to put my stuff in here and it mess with it. So that's the navigation system, or the kind of the settings and the general info all down here on the left side. But as you can see, this is such a much more efficient and user-friendly navigation system. And again, I love the fact of how it's so integrated in with the dash and everything. It just makes a lot of sense. It's really, really good.